All right, welcome back, traders. Here with you live Sunday evening here. We have a weekly candle close. Tether coming into some major support regions here. We did close quite a breakdown candle. Bitcoin putting in a nice green candle on the week. That is for sure. Nothing disputing about that breakout candle. That is definitely real. On the futures market here, we could see we did start tagging the 1414 fib extension here on regular time scale. On log scale, it's just shy of the 1272 major fib extension. Looking pretty solid, gotta say. All right, but you know, we always want to be trading with caution up here. We're in price discovery. Yes, we just had a long 6-month consolidation before a major breakout. No disputing for any of that stuff. I'm not bearish this market at all. This is quite bullish, in fact. But, you know, we always want to be paying attention to where they might pull this down or where we're going to draw down or something. Weekly close above 90K. Weekly close was at 89.9, looks like. Right at close to 90K. Yeah. So pretty good close. I think we got as high intraday this week as high as 94K. Very strong. Very, very nice to see that. Question is after the breakout, are we going to get a retest, right? And the logical thing to say is at some point, yes, I do believe we will get a retest of our breakout. Is it going to happen now? Is the question, right? It very well could happen soon. You know, judging by how Tether is looking right now, coming into this major, major support level here. Okay, this support level here was held last time, and this was our top that we made in March. Okay, and then we consolidated for 7 months or 8 months rather before we ended up breaking this structure and coming back down. We made a new all-time high, but we didn't make a new low on Tether dominance. Okay. And that's probably because, well, they're minting more tethers. So tether dominance probably just continues to go up regardless of folks selling into tether as well as the minting tethers, right? So it's still noteworthy to pay attention to this because we're starting to flash buy signals here on the daily time frame. And I mean, these are pretty good. Pretty good. I think last time we oh wow, okay, so we are printing weekly longs here. We're not oversold though, so that's the thing that's a little bit different than the previous run up here, was that weekly tether was oversold. I mean, still cautionary things happening here, okay? Still cautionary things happening here. I will say this, is that our momentum signals are still to the short side on the weekly. In March, they were flashing, buy signals here, okay? So that is inherently the difference between these two lows that we're putting in right now, all right? Now, not going to sit here and tell you that we're not going to see a drawdown. In fact, I think it's likely that we do see a bounce off this major support level, and we end up hitting some sort of resistance, and then eventually we maybe break it. And I think once we break this level and really this long-term support line, that's when we're really going to go into like a major alt season that everyone's been waiting for. Okay. Whether that happens now or whether that happens in like 2 weeks or like maybe by the end of the year, I don't know exactly how it's going to pan out, but we saw some things. We saw XRP break out of its major pennant. This 7-year pennant finally broke out. That is a major breakthrough there for XRP. Lots of assets starting to make major moves, major altcoins. Cardano putting in a nice weekly candle. Yeah, I mean, across the board, we're looking at some really good price action that we saw here. Yeah, and there's ADA with the nice falling wedge breakout on the monthly time frame, breaking it out. All right, beautiful structure on Cardano. Even Algorand putting in a nice candle this week. Very, very nice. I mean, you got the monthly double bottom and a nice candle coming through. We just tagged the 236 fib extension again. We'll take a look at ETH. Yep. So ETH also looking good. There's obviously, I mean, this is the chart, right? So I think it's more of a channel. ETH is kind of a little weaker than some of these other alts right now. But I think that's because some of the lower cap I think XRP might be leading this alt run, right? It's clear. XRP just broke out. It just did like a 100% move. A 7-year structure, building that momentum for 7 years. It might also help that, there's words of Gensler maybe being, taken off the SEC board or whatever, and that can really be driving it. But really, the chart was saying this stuff for a long time. It's just, when that stuff starts happening, it's just right at those moments when, news events kind of help trigger. But we've been looking at that chart for how long, and I've been saying the same thing, that this pattern is going to resolve itself at some point, and we got resolution on it. That is like, one of the bigger trade setups that we've been talking about. I'm sure I have it somewhere on my trading view. I would hope that I do. And if I don't, well, I've been talking about it on live streams for sure. So, it's not just being made up somewhere. But that's cool. Anyways, I know you guys know that stuff. So, added to your Atom bags. Nice, man. Cool. Yeah. So that's really it. Like a lot of these, I think if we don't get pullback right now, which we may not, we may not get a pullback right now. We might just continue to price everyone out of this market. Bitcoin might just continue to run to about that $100,000 region and then roll into alts, right? And I think that's kind of where we're at in this cycle. And if you look at ETH Bitcoin, it really looks like trash. Actually, it looks really bad. Really bad. That actually looks really bad. I thought we were about to get a nice bounce here and or reversal here on ETH Bitcoin. That monthly candle looks awful. Well, I mean, that is a rejection candle. Pretty clear as day. Wow, that's awful. And that weekly, clear rejection on the weekly. Now breaking the major trend line here. Breaking the major trend line here. Not good. Not good for ETH Bitcoin. You can still see some coiling happening here on the weekly average sentiment oscillator. I wouldn't get like bearish, the ETH Bitcoin ratio, but it's clearly bearish. I would still say that ETH has really good value here against Bitcoin, even though it's, not outperforming it just yet, or really hasn't been outperforming it for quite some time. I mean, the star of the show, guys, got to go to Solana, man. I got to say it. Star of the show has got to go to Solana. I'm sure this chart looks retarded. Yeah, I mean, this looks crazy bullish, right? This is Solana versus Bitcoin. Man, this asset is very, very strong. That is a nice pennant that's forming there. You even got a weekly bullish cross. Sol is the new ETH. Yeah, I mean, gotta give it to all the people that own Sol this cycle. I traded it last cycle. I feel kind of dumb for not trading it this cycle, but it is what it is. And there is a Sol ETH chart. It is out of here, man. It is all-time highs versus Ethereum. Crazy chart, dude. Absolutely crazy chart. It looks like it's going to go to like 9% of an ETH. Yeah, I think Sui has a good shot at it, man. Maybe even Aptos. But Sui probably is a contender this cycle, I think. Sui's very fast and efficient. Yeah, you're in price discovery on Sui right now. And man, that beautiful double bottom. We spoke about this. We gave this live trade in Discord, right? With not a lot of data. Remember, man, I mean, like, you don't have a lot of data on something like this. It's tough to make these types of calls. Looking at TVL is really important. ACTP, yeah. We got some meme coin guys in the chat. Let's take a look at the meme coin. It's called ACTP. It's on the brink of a breakout. It's a low cap meme coin here. It's the peanut prophecy, guys. Yeah. I think this CTO is pretty good. The admins are like super active. I'm not really like a shiller of meme coins, but I am trading this one. So we'll see how this goes. It looks great. The art that they put out is really good. The admins are good. The community is pretty strong too. But yeah, so check it out. ACTP, it's not doing that much crazy volume right now. But they're working on it. Right. It's all about the community, right? Nice channel structure here. As soon as this breaks the channel, this could really take off. It's the peanut hybrid meme coin. I think it's cool. So shout out to ACTP here for dropping in. Cool, guys. Kava finally moving. Yep. The Kava put that bottom in. Yeah, we spoke about it last stream, right? That was a good low risk area to take an entry on a trade. Nice. Man, KSM is got to be the one that I need to really do something this cycle. Not a bad candle there. Tagging the 50% retracement level. Just looks like a long-term channel. I think once this breaks, man, I think we're going to see some fireworks. I think that this right here is a clear retestable rejection. So I think the channel can be drawn like that. And we're on the brink of breaking that channel. And this actually looks okay. Yeah, Don, for sure. I think ACTP is going to break out. Cool, man. Yeah. So Kusama looking solid. Bunch of these assets looking solid right now. Fear and greed is in new all-time highs on the greed index. So, got to watch out for that. Bitcoin dominance is what we really want to be paying attention to right now for us to break into alt season here. And nice, man. Yeah, I think KSM is going to be good. Man, dominance on the MACD is still looking crazy. I mean, dude, this is at like 82 on the 3-week chart, and 80 on the monthly RSI. Man. Chainlink probably looking solid right here. Yeah. Holding the channel, man. That's a beautiful structure. We spoke about this, I think, last stream too. We spoke about it. And you breaking downtrend here, that's great to see. Nice candle right off the low with a double bottom. Solid. Link looks great. Chainlink looks great. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of these alts look great. Let's look at others.d. Just hugging the long-term structure here. Okay. Let's look at total. We got, and the monthly is diverging here as well. Okay. That hasn't come to maturity yet, but that's the monthly, the 3-week. You can start to see the 2-week, the weekly crossed. Okay. So the weekly giving us a clue that the 2-week and the 3-week are going to proceed next on this move. And yeah, I think we're headed into an altcoin season is what this looks like to me. I mean, it's clear Bitcoin broke out, being broken all-time highs. I mean, there's no bears left in this market right now. I would say that everyone's bullish and for good reason. I can't be a bear up here. I mean, you could be caution. I would be very cautious if you're trading Bitcoin. But long term, Bitcoin's Bitcoin. We don't sell Bitcoin, right? We just hold that stuff. I mean, I'm talking about myself personally. I don't ever really de-risk my Bitcoin position. Really just depends on when you were getting it, right? But we talked about Bitcoin when it was 20K. We can show you guys in the Discord. You guys all know this. I didn't nail the exact bottom this cycle, but I think we came pretty damn close. Anywhere in that $20,000 region, I was saying, here's the video, right? Here's the video of Bitcoin in June of 2022 saying, Tether looks like it topped out and this is probably the bottom of the market. Nobody was probably paying attention to it, and that's fine. But we'll look at it. So I had this drawn down, okay, in case we did make a new low, but we ended up basically bottoming like right around this 15K region. You guys know that. So I wasn't sure if we were going to get another leg down to like, what did I have that pointed to about 12K or something? Okay, I wasn't terribly far off, but neither here nor there. I was definitely saying that these are areas to be accumulating Bitcoin. And this was June of 2022 for any of you guys that are new here and just tuned into the stream. All right, so cool. I just figured I'd kind of reiterate some things that I've gone through with the community over the last couple of years here, and we continue to do the same things, understanding charts, understanding areas of value on charts, where we think we could be potentially looking at reversals. Is there divergence on the chart? Is there an edge to take a trade on this asset or these assets? And what's the macro looking like? What are they doing with interest rates? Are we entering into a global liquidity cycle here? What's happening with the stock market? All these things are factors that go into trading, and we go through a lot of these things on streams over the course of the past couple of years here. I know a lot of you guys have been hanging through, and I appreciate all you guys staying with me here. And I'm sure, hopefully, you guys, your portfolios are looking great right now. I would say it is time to really celebrate and take all this in. This is great stuff, and man, so we're lucky to be here and be where we're at right now in this market cycle. But just remember, as we get closer to the end of the cycle and we start seeing these assets accelerate in price, you want to be taking profit into acceleration, okay? Because when you have assets that start accelerating like that, it doesn't really end well, right? Acceleration on price, just like you have decelerate. When the assets start crashing, you want to buy them, right? When they're doing the opposite, you want to be selling them too, right? And so that's the same kind of thing we're talking about here. All right, let's take a look at Avalanche. And then we got some more meme community members in the chat. We'll take a look at ACTP here in a second. All right, so Avalanche weekly breakout is clear. Weekly breakout. We had a fake break here and came back into the structure, and now we've reclaimed it. Avalanche looking good on the weekly. Weekly RSI sitting at 57, bullish. Okay, looks great. INJ, I'm still holding the INJ, guys, from $1.60. We gave that entry August of 2022. Man, we're just hanging tight on INJ here. Not the best weekly candle. It looks like maybe a back test candle, but we kind of really want to see follow through this week on this movement, right? Very, very nice previous weekly candle there, for sure. We're above all major moving averages. That is definitely a keynote there to understand, what could be happening. We might see some more sideways or maybe one more retest of these lows, especially since Tether is kind of wrecked. Where can ADA pull back to? We'll get to it. You went to the top of the wedge structure. That's typically a trade setup. When you go to the top of the wedge, you could be drawing back down to, 50 cents. It wouldn't shock me if that happened. If you went back down to here, 49. Typically, yeah, 40 to 50 cents region. We'll look at ACTP, yeah, guys. Sure. Let's take a look at it. All right, man. So ACTP, the channel. We're in the channel. This asset becomes a strong buy once it breaks the channel. Okay, so here we are. Technically on the hourly, we're about to candle out of here, guys. All right, that's great. That's great news. If you guys are in ACTP, the hourly looks good. What I'd like to really see is a 4-hour candle close outside with volume. We need volume on the breakout, and this thing could be off to the races. It looks like a big bull flag. All right, looks very strong. Very good. Very good. We're getting a 4-hour stochastic RSI cross up. Okay, and the 2-hour looks nice. We got some divergence that's happening there. That's very nice to see. Very good. We got triple divergence on the stochastic oscillator. All right, so that could really draw in some volume here. All right, that's what we want to see happen. This could be a big breakout, guys. Stay patient and stay active in the community there. Whoever's part of the ACTP community, stay on it. I'm in there, guys. I'm rating with you. We're rating tweets. We're doing everything we can to get the word out about the peanut prophecy. Let's do it. It looks good, man. The chart looks good. Very nice. Cool. Appreciate all you guys continuing to tune in and stay with me here through the rest of the bull run. So, what's the top of the cycle, right? That's always the question. It's always the question, what's going to be the top, man? Well, it's tough to really call tops. Really, it is. But I'll say this, man. The total crypto market cap is getting heated. We're above 74 on the RSI again. I do think we're going to end up breaking this. We're probably going to go up to like 4 trillion, maybe even a little bit higher. It just depends on, what ends up happening. I think we're here. It might be more explosive than that because like retail is like, I guess, just getting in. If not, they've been in maybe for a bit, but I feel like a really good indicator for that is like Google Trends. I think I gave you a few, man, like KSM down here, Kava down here. There's lots of assets that look great. XLM, yeah, I think XRP is probably going to go test $8 this cycle. Breaking out of that pennant like that, look for that retest around 70, 60, 70 cents. It might go up to like $1.30 on this push and then pull back, right? Like 50%. So watch for that. Let's see. So search. Looks like this froze. I don't know. Okay. Right. So Bitcoin, and if we look at all time on Bitcoin, like we haven't even started. Like in 2021 or in 2017, we're at 100, and last cycle we hit a peak of 54, right? So like I guess the trends are getting, a bit weaker, but if you look, actually it's making higher lows, and it looks like maybe like a big squeeze or a big wedge on the trend chart. So who knows? I'm not going to sit here and speculate on Google Trends, but you could see that it looks like Bitcoin search volume is just now starting. 31. All right. We're just taking out the March high. Like we're going to break that on the trends. Okay. So that should tell you something. Should tell you a little bit of something. All right. And then if we look at the rainbow chart, all right, I think this is a good indication. I would say it depends on the asset. I wouldn't be buying Bitcoin up here, for sure not, for a short-term trade or something. But it depends what rainbow chart you're looking at. This one says accumulate, and this one says hodl. So I don't know. Yeah, I think we're close. We're close to getting into that frothy stage of this market where we have altcoins to start going ballistic, and everything. Your grandma's trying to buy Bitcoin, and all that shenanigans going on, and that's when it's time to really de-risk stuff, and we're probably getting pretty close to that time period. I think within the next 3 months we're going to probably be there. So if you've been accumulating the past couple years and you've got some good entries, make sure you guys do it. You guys de-risk on the way up here. You can't go broke taking profits. Remember that. You cannot go broke taking profits. It doesn't matter if you miss a 5, 10x, whatever. I mean, it sucks if you do miss something like that, but it's better to be safe than sorry, so to speak. So that's basically what I'm doing. I have no secrets here. Just continuing to read these charts and give you guys my insights. Yep. So here's the altcoin index chart. I think this is a pretty good one to look at, kind of where we're at with the altcoins. You can clearly see that we're not in altcoin season and we're just putting in another low. Interesting, right? You know, obviously you have some of these assets that are really outperforming. You know, Sui doing crazy numbers, Bonk, Floki, Link looks great. Yeah, some of these alts are really primed for major moves. Okay, for sure, they all look good. Fetch, let's take a look at Fetch. Fetch broke out, back tested. Not really seeing the follow through yet. This back test candle could just be it. Maybe this is it. Maybe after this back test here, you run. You need to break that 167 region. I think you're good as long as you hold this trend line here. The Woods are watching ACTP. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're about to bust out of that on that meme coin, guys. So you should check that out. Crazy. Yeah, there she is, man. She's about to break out the channel. All right, cool. Low cap meme coin, ACTP, Peanut Prophecy. Check it out, guys. We looked at Link earlier in the stream top 10. We looked at it. Looked great. Made a double bottom on the weekly time frame. Looked good. Fetch. Still kind of teetering on the weekly. We need the MACD to kind of cross back up here to give us some better information about what it's trying to do. It looks like maybe some sideways or, you know, maybe consolidation down here in this range. It's been ranging here for a bit, right? So yeah, just watch this trend line. As long as you hold this trend line, I think you're good to go. You're very close to it. Got to break that range. Got to start breaking those highs. Otherwise, you're making lower highs, and you could eventually roll over if you don't get the momentum. So, render. Render looks a lot better than Fetch. Man, so broke the trend line. Came down to the range low here and broke back into the range. It looks like you can clearly see that you're very close to breaking out here on render. As soon as you end up closing above this 740 region, I think it's just straight to $11. There's nothing really here. Looking left on the chart, there's nothing here. This asset did go into price discovery, you know, and based out down here nicely, and it's a bit overbought on the daily time frame, but I think the weekly you're probably good to go. Weekly looks really strong. You know, weekly bullish divergence, you know, playing out with the MACD crossing up, you know, your second wave of momentum there. You know, you could consolidate up here for a couple days or something, or maybe make one more retest, you know, maybe something like this and then cup out, right? Because the daily's overbought. But when you get the weekly cross like that, that's very strong. I wouldn't be bearish here. I mean, I'd be looking to buy any dip you get on this thing, looks like, to be quite honest. That's what it looks like to me. And Cardano may not pull back. If this thing runs, it could run and break the range. Because probably also, I mean, yes, weekly is extended here, but just started to break out. And, you know, I'm sure your monthly is nowhere near overbought. Your monthly looks absolutely insane with the monthly stochastic RSI cross, you know, emulating what you did here with a higher low. So you got a higher low double bottom with a falling wedge breakout. I mean, that is that produced a 224% move. Okay. So if you produce something similar, which I think this is even stronger because you have more accumulation happening here than you did here, right? More people are holding ADA than they were back here with the divergence on the chart. If you just replicate 224%, which is what you did on that last stochastic RSI cross, you know, I think longer term here, looking at a $1.15. Link. The neckline looks like a good area, right? 1950, the top of the range, is what I'd be targeting on Chainlink. And if you end up busting that, it's basically a cup with handle. You can clearly see the cup, and this be the handle. And the handle is the bottom of the range to the top of the range, which is about 100% measured move. And you know, you break that neckline, you're probably going to go contest the all-time highs, which is about $40. It's like TA Tetris, right? 100% brings you right to the all-time high monthly candle body. Very cool. Hopefully you guys enjoying the stream. Make sure you guys smash up the like button if you guys like what I'm doing here. You're getting some value out of me. You know, I'm not here asking for anything, but just to continue, you guys continue to learn and, you know, participate in the community, join the community. And yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, however I can help you guys, really. So here for you guys as much as I can every Sunday here, 7 p.m. Eastern time, covering the tickers, covering the markets, talking about what's happening. When do we think something's going to happen in this market? You know, really all depends on what Bitcoin dominance does here. If this thing starts breaking down with Bitcoin just sitting up here, alts are going to go flying. We're already starting to see that. We saw a Kala network. This one double bottoms, huge candle out here to this going into the close. Obviously rejected this range here, but I mean, look at that volume spike. That's real. Huge double bottom. We called this out here when it made its low here and rallied significantly off this low from 3 cents to 20 cents, almost a 7x. But look at the volume. This is the highest volume this asset's ever seen, putting in a higher low than the low here in June. That's saying something, okay? I don't really know anything about this asset or what they're doing, but man, look at the monthly RSI. This is nowhere near overbought or extended. This is probably going to do ascend it a lot higher here in the next coming months. And zooming out is always important. You always want to zoom out, look at the higher time frame charts to give you guys to really understand what's happening with them. Otherwise, like you're just going to get caught up in day trades and, oh, it went up 50%. I should sell it. Well, maybe you should be holding it if it's, you know, a longer term play. Should you be taking profits at tops of ranges because it didn't break? Yes. Should you be reaccumulating assets if you really like them long term? Yes. But if you don't have time to do that and you end up buying the bottom of the range or close to the bottom of the range, it's okay to just hold. All right. You can hold assets and have an exit strategy for when you get to certain price levels or certain areas on the chart that make most sense to you. And that's really it. Flap says you'll miss it. Yeah, Dogecoin. I think we spoke about $2 on Doge a while ago. We made a video back here in October, right at the bottom. And man, yep, it ran and made a higher low wedge. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna own a meme coin this cycle, Doge is probably the one. It's an OG, right? So it's 654% measured move out of the descending triangle. Yeah, I mean, it basically did the move, but you know, now you're looking at like a cup with handle type of thing going on here. And the monthly is just breaking out. I mean, this could really just send, dude. Like, it could eventually get to $4. I don't know. Yeah. Could very well do that. You know, your monthly candles aren't becoming overbought just yet either. That's something to pay attention to. When the monthly candles start becoming overbought and you're going into this accelerated move, that's when you can be getting out of it. It hasn't really started accelerating on the monthly just yet. Okay. Here you go. Link broke out right now. Congratulations. Glimmer was looking interesting down here the other day. Nice. Flow is another one, guys, that I think is going to do really well. It's down here at the bottom. Down at the bottom. Right? Oversold on the monthly. Not overbought. Oversold on the monthly and still sitting down here. This is a sleeper. I think that this is going to really make a big run, guys. Okay. You have tail end monthly bullish divergence on this chart. It looks like it's going to do something crazy on the monthly chart. Just saying. If you're trading that stuff, dude, just make sure you set a stop loss and that's it. You know, you're day trading something like that. You know, I think, you know, yeah, stop loss. Don't get wrecked. But yeah, Chainlink looks good. Probably up to the top of the range, around $20, close to it at some point in the near future. FTM is a good one, dude. Yeah, FTM is going to be a good one. FTM is great. Called the breakout here. We got the retest here. We called the retest here. I think you're gonna get that the 5-wave structure. Up to like 7, maybe even to 12. It depends on how high they take this thing. Okay, so top 10, you're holding it for the rest of the cycle then. Cool. Nice, guys. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting, last part of the cycle here. Man, just look at KSM on the monthly chart. Look at the monthly bull div. Oh, just sitting down here at, a 38 on the monthly RSI. Yeah, we got a casual 2-week MACD cross. EGLD on the monthly. Check this one out, boys. It's very, very close to crossing up on the monthly. The 3-week also very close to crossing up on the 3-week. Buckle up. I think this one is going to make a major move. All right. It's in value area. It's in value area. Right. Cool. FTM could 30x. It very well could. These alt seasons are going to be nuts. Like, we haven't even really started the alt season yet. My targets probably get blown out of the water. So, but it's always good to have a plan, because if you don't take profits, then you just end up not taking profits. It didn't get to my 30x, man. So always have a plan. Plan is to always de-risk when you're in a significant profit or you're extremely overbought conditions. Can't go wrong taking profits. We can always re-enter a trade. You can always re-enter a position. If you like the asset and you like what it's doing, you can always re-enter the position. I know you end up maybe buying it higher, whatever. It doesn't matter. Lock in the gains, compound them, rebuy another asset, continue your trading. That's it. That's the name of the game. So appreciate all you guys continue to tune in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content as usual, and hopefully I'm changing your guys' lives, man. Like, we've been doing this for a few years now, and we can see the stuff happening on the charts a lot easier now, right? All my alert subscribers, you guys know about some of these stocks we called out, like Upstart at $25 the other day. Gone, right? Gone. SoFi, we call that channel break on this. Gone. Zoom, we called the bottom. Gone. Right? Like, come on. Man, just there's so many. Yes, I'm sure I made some mistakes along the way, but I think overall you guys understand and know that this is trading, and always manage your risk. Can just broke out. Let's go. I am in a can position. My hand is up. I'm in a can position. My entry is right around this region. We entered somewhere over here. We got one more nasty dip. It's okay. I hodl this thing. Reason why I hodl this thing is because I was trading the monthly time frame when I took the trade, and it was sitting around 38 on the monthly RSI, which to me is still the buy zone. We don't sell something in the buy zone, and that's it. And the monthly MACD crossing up with bullish divergence. It's just now starting its move. Remember, where the MACD is still below the 0 line. once the MACD gets above the 0 line, this asset's going to do stupid stuff. Okay. It's still in bearish control zone on the MACD, but we got a bullish cross, right? Now you're starting to see the momentum shift. This is going to take like 6 months to a year to play out. I'm telling you right now. Just be patient. Cool. Yeah, look at the squeeze. It's just the squeeze is everything on these assets for price appreciation. There's the weekly squeeze broken. We haven't had a weekly squeeze break since November of 2020, guys, on this asset. Are you guys seeing that? You're seeing that, right? Okay. Noted. What happened in November of 2020? This happened from $240 to $40 in, I don't know, 5 months. Not saying we're going to $40, but we could. That is the falling wedge breakout target. I do think we might get a push to, let's see. Let's just say that this was our low. I think our first real swing target is anywhere from the 382 to the 618. So anywhere from 350 to about $8-9 on a falling wedge breakout before you get maybe a reversal, and you could end up coming back down here and then rallying out, something like that. Dog with hat. Yeah, let's take a look at it. What is that just with? Yeah, I mean, looks crazy, right? With the weekly MACD is just hyper bullish, right? You're above the 0 line. You're just starting to build positive momentum. Don't have a lot of data on it, man. Right? It's a cycle 1 meme. But you could be looking at $7. You could be looking at up to $12 on this move. Your RSI is getting up there, though. You're at 68, but your MACD is still looking pretty good. I think you're going to see some nice action on that. All right. All right. Well, I appreciate all you guys tuning into the stream this evening. We'll look at Ave for you here before I jump. Ave definitely started its move. Wow, I would call this bottom out too. Descending broadening wedge formation. Swing target is $500 on Ave. You can see the curvature on this asset just continuing to leg up. We might get a pullback somewhere in there. This is the biggest DeFi protocol on Ethereum. Yep. Typically after having this asset appreciated about, last cycle was 76x. I don't know that that's going to happen this cycle because of market cap and stuff like that. But, maybe your long-term swing target here is $1,000. That's the 1272 fib extension. We could maybe exceed those targets. TA and Fibonacci levels are there just for your reference. And that's it. That's all you can do once you get into price discovery. It doesn't matter how good at TA you are. Price discovery is uncharted territory, and nobody knows what's going to happen once you get up there. You can use Fibonacci as a guide, and it might respect or not respect the Fibonacci levels, but usually we do see some respect on the Fib levels because a lot of these things are algorithmically traded. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys join the Discord. Hit me up on Discord, or you can send us an email, sales@swingtradepros.com if you're interested in doing anything with us, or you want to join the alert service. We got some sales coming up here. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. The yearly alert service is pretty inexpensive, I would say. If you're working on a decent trading account. We got Pat throwing scalp trades at you guys. He's a Wyckoff accumulation distribution guy. He nails it. I don't scalp trade. I'm more of a long-term swing trader, hence the name Swing Trade Pros. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Catch you guys next week. Hopefully we have a wonderful week here, but don't be surprised if we do see Bitcoin maybe consolidate or potentially pull back. Remember, we're at that long-term trend line for Tether. If we do bust that trend line, guys, well, it is full-on risk-on mode and alt season in full effect. I will say that. Until we break that trend line, just be a little cautious and, make sure you guys, trade with caution. That's all I have to say. All right? Don't get caught up in any crazy left positions now. All right? Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey everyone, you've landed on the Swing Trade Pros website here. My name is Mr. Know-It-All. I've been an active swing trader for over 7 years. I want to welcome you guys all to the community here. My goal is to change 1 million people's lives with swing trading and trading profitably. This is a skill set you can learn here with the service. You go check out the testimonials in Discord. You can see lots of folks talking about the service and how the trade calls are super profitable. You can check Profit Gains channel. I think we've amassed around $150,000 worth of profits in the last year posted in the Profit Gains channel just from other users and traders in the community. I'd like all of you guys to check out the 14-day free trial. A coupon code will be pinned in the comment section below this video, so check it out. And we'll take you through 14-day free trial process here. You come down to the website, save 44%, and claim your 14-day free trial. Click on that. And that will take you to the Swing Trade Pros website where you can click sign up now. And after your 14-day free trial is up, on the 15th day, you will get billed, full disclosure of that. And I appreciate you guys all joining the community. It will change your lives. Give it a chance. A lot of these swing trades can take months. One of our biggest trades of the year last year was INJ. We took an entry at $1.60, and well, that asset's trading over $35 today. So that was one of the banger trades that I pointed out. My strongest pattern that I trade that I'm known for is the falling wedge. I call it the falling node wedge pattern. Lots of divergence on these charts, and that's what makes these patterns really play out. And you guys are going to be able to really learn that in the service, and I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the charts.